was beautiful. Thank you. Okay, so we're going to do our welcome. I'm so glad you're all here today. It's nice to see you all. I'm Lori Smith, and I am a licensed Unity teacher. And we are so happy that you're all here. No matter what your background is, no matter who you are a blessing to the world, and we are thankful that you are here. So please join me in our statement of faith. There is only one power and one presence in the universe and in my life, God, the good, omnipotent.
Surely the presence of love is in this place. I can feel His mighty power and the grace. I can hear the brush of angels' wings. I see glory on each face. Surely the presence of love is in this place.
And surely the presence of God is in this place at this very moment. And as you allow yourself to just relax into that presence and into that space, just focus on your breathing for a moment. Just take in a deep breath and allow yourself to feel that presence in that breath, the God breath that comes in. And as you release it, just release any tension that you may feel in your body. Just relax and just know that in the presence of divine spirit, we recognize the sacredness of practicing gratitude. Practicing gratitude leads me to the best life. The best life. The best life. I am so thankful. I am so full of gratitude. Finding the good in every situation, even the ones that may be undesirable. I have this feeling of gratitude. We call on the presence and the power of faith. And gratitude is actually the superpower of faith. I know as I go through the day and focus on my breath, I am living my faith that blessings of all kinds are constantly unfolding, and the goodness of God is in all things. We look above the appearances and we know that the goodness of God is in all things. Gratitude keeps me positive. It helps me to expect the best, the very best, not the worst, the very best. It opens my heart to the existing blessings that I focus on. And as I focus on what I have, I receive more. When I live with this attitude of gratitude, I am simply magnetic, drawing to me all those wonderful good things that are just there waiting for me. I have what I need when I need it. I will meet the right people. I will be in the right situation. I will be in the right place. It will be the right time. Synchronicity when I have gratitude. I give gratitude and thanks for the highest and best outcomes that I could possibly conceive or believe. In the power of faith, my superpower is gratitude. And I am so thankful. Amen.
So the title of my talk today is Finding the Sacred in Gratitude. And today we explore the profound concept of sacred moments, fleeting instances in our lives that transcend the ordinary, inviting us to connect deeply with ourselves, others, and nature. How do we recognize and cultivate these holy moments in our everyday lives? That's what we're going to talk about today. So we find ourselves aware of the holy and filled with divine spirit. It's an awakening into moments of heightened spiritual consciousness. This feeling of sacred invokes connectedness and appreciation for the blessing of all life. When standing under the star-filled sky and feeling the expansive, all-embracing wholeness of all things, a prayer of gratitude fills our heart. We are reminded of the sacredness of all space, as space is created by God. When we view the world through this perspective, we see the luminosity, the light, divine spirit that is always there in all places, in all people, in all things, and in all moments. We sense this in nature. Has anyone ever had that experience where you see something very beautiful and you're just kind of overwhelmed with the beauty? It reminds me of a poster that I saw once. It says, "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breaths away." And that was said by Maya Angelou, as well as Vicky Corona, I guess, was the first person. I want to give her credit because it's so beautiful. But I remember a sunset. It's kind of looked like this, actually, when I was driving in Phoenix. And I was driving along. I noticed it. And it was so beautiful, I could hardly keep my attention on the road. Like, I was like, oh, my God. Okay, drive. I did get home safely. I did do that. Sounds of water can also bring us sacred moments of peace, like bubbling creek or the waves of the ocean. And on one occasion, I was joining with some friends in the forest. We're just sitting around a table laughing and talking. And one of my friends said, "Wait, listen. Do you hear the wind in the trees?" And it was a beautiful sound. But what I really noticed was the joy on her face, just having that experience. I remember as a young girl, I used to love to feel the grass beneath my feet, my bare feet. And I also loved to lay in the grass and just look up at the sky and watch the clouds drift by. So you may have noticed the sacredness of a connection with another person. Sometimes it's a genuine smile from a stranger, and as you meet their eyes, both of you realize the divine nature within. I don't know if you've had that experience, but it's pretty amazing, and it kind of looks like this picture that we have up. I heard a story about a woman's resolution for the new year. Her intention was that she would view her interactions with others as sacred moments. Every interaction, not just the big ones, but every single exchange will be essentially a holy moment. She was willing to be fully present and totally tuned in to the conversation, listening for the deeper meaning behind the words that were being spoken. When we engage with others in this way, something shifts within, and the background noise fades away, and our to-do list that was so important a moment ago is just not quite so urgent, and it's like a pure connection. It's the holy moment of two humans truly seeing each other. Every interaction with another person is an invitation to step into that sacred space of genuine connection. We find the divine in both our outer world and our inner world. All beings share the need for private moments of tranquility, the sacred space within. In Unity, we refer to this space as the silence, where we quiet our minds, become still, and know that I am God. It's where we feel and know our oneness with God. James Dillet Freeman, a post laureate and Unity writer, authored the Prayer for Protection that we say every Sunday. He also wrote he wrote several actually. He's got a wonderful book that if you ever get a chance to read is beautiful. But one that he wrote was actually carried to the moon by Apollo 15 astronauts. It describes the sacred space through silence. The beginning of the poem is, I am not strange visions. I am not mysteries. Only in absolute stillness, beyond self, can you know me as I am, and then but as a feeling and a faith. Yet I am there, yet I am here, yet I answer. When you need me, I am there. You may be remembering some of these sacred experiences in your own life. I believe they are sacred because we've just experienced the beauty and the wonder of life from the awareness of our divinity. It's the practice of the presence of divine spirit, that presence of spirit that is within you and as you. These moments hold the power to transform our perspectives and enrich our experiences. Our second Unity principle explains this connection between our spiritual being and our human self. Human beings have a spark of divinity within them, the Christ spirit within. Their very essence is of God, and therefore they are also inherently good. We are the expression of God. We are a blessing to the world. And I'd just like you to take that in, because each one of you are a blessing to the world and a blessing to our community as well. In her book, The 5 Principles, Ellen Debenport explains, our divinity compares humans to God like waves on the ocean. So each of us is distinct as a wave, yet made up of precisely the energy and the attributes of Mother Ocean itself. We are not the whole ocean, but we are the same composition, nothing more or less, part of the divine flow. Divine energy flows through us, pouring its radiance into us, being receptive, open, aware that the radiance received becomes the radiance we ourselves radiate out to the world. This spiritual energy is transmitted to others. And you can feel it when you're around people that are praying or just maybe reading something that's very sacred. You can kind of feel that spiritual energy. It influences the consciousness of the people around us. This is the expansiveness of the expression of spirit. It's like pebbles dropped into water, and it just kind of moves out in rings. So everybody is impacted by what's going on with you inside. Eric Butterworth wrote, In the Flow of Life. He says the need is to practice the presence of this inner flow. We meditate on the idea that the creative process of the universe is rushing, streaming, pouring into you from all sides while you do your work, while you go about your day. And in this consciousness, you are in the flow of life. Some people refer to this as being centered or aligned in spirit. I have a good friend who refers to this as being on her balance beam. And for me, I can feel when I'm not on my balance beam. And when I'm not centered, I can just feel it. It feels a little like I'm out of sorts. I don't know if you guys have ever had that experience, but I just kind of notice it now and then. And that's a sign to me that I need to spend a little time in prayer, a little time in meditation. And I know that I will feel much better when I get back in the flow. Just realizing that opportunity is everywhere. You are in the flow, and every day you can expect new observations of spirit in action in this world. You radiate the spiritual light and energy out as a blessing wherever you go. You are a free flow of the infinite, and in this flow of divine love, you will tend to see and respond to the divinity in all other persons. Each interaction or reflection and contemplation is an invitation to step into that sacred space of pure consciousness of spirit. And if we pause long enough during our busy days, we can recognize these opportunities. My husband Scott and I, probably many of you already know about, we have a 9-year-old grandson that we very much adore. And we have the opportunity to pick him up one day a week from school. And after school, we get to play and do all kinds of things. We have a great day that day, and then we have a family dinner when his dad gets off work. But we set aside this day to just enjoy time with him. And one day he was sitting at the computer. He likes to type stories. And I was sitting kind of near him just to help him with the spelling of his words. And at the time that I did that, I was watching him. He was so engaged in the story. It was pretty sweet the way he was doing that. But I thought about the light he was in this world. That's what I was thinking about. And my appreciation for this gift of time to just be present. And all of a sudden, he just stopped typing his story to come over to me and give me a hug and tell me that he loved me. And I thought, how interesting it is that we know how we use this divine love that connects us in a way that allows us to communicate without words. You know, I didn't say a thing to him. I don't think my expression even changed, but he understood what was happening. So finding the sacred in gratitude involves recognizing the deeper significance in moments of thankfulness. It comes from the insight that gratitude comes from a consciousness of oneness. Instead of expecting the world and people in it to make your day happy and harmonious, you have the ability to center yourself in spirit, allow divine energy to flow through you, awakening you to the beauty of spirit that surrounds you. There is a scripture, James, it's chapter 1, verse 17. Every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom can be no variation nor turning shadow. The first part of it, I think, is pretty easy to understand. The last, I actually had to look that up in my book that I got from Unity Village on this. But our co-founder, Charles Fillmore, interprets Father of Lights as the infinite God. And nor turning shadow, he explains that a shadow falls on the side of an object that is removed from the light. Therefore, man contemplates the light or God and also himself as the expression of God. And it does feel like a flow of spirit that moves through us and out to the world. We often think of gifts as physical items. Gifts are also gifts of love, kindness, time, compassion for one another. The attitude of gratitude that we express for all gifts enhances our health and well-being of body, mind, and spirit. It deepens bonds with others and expands out to positively impact other people. So I have a story about this picture. Excuse me. There were 12 other people that attended my licensed Unity teacher program. And just prior to our testing process, the computer program that we had been using to meet and that we would be using for our test was changed. Most of us had difficulty connecting and navigating this new program except for Anne. Anne had experience with the program and offered to assist every one of us. She spent hours working around everybody else's schedule, even while she was trying to study for her presentation and her testing. She offered time with loving kindness. Like, she's so patient. Her actions greatly increased the ease that we felt to complete our testing process. We were all very thankful. What we did is we all contributed, and we purchased this picture for Anne. And I would tell you, we have built such a strong bond with this group. We continue to meet and share resources. So it's definitely, when we have gratitude, when we receive gifts, it does build those really strong bonds. But what's really interesting about this story is how Anne's gift of her time with such a loving attitude impacted me. My son's friend is a single mom who's working and going to school. She knew that I decorated cakes, and she asked if I could make a birthday cake for her son. Now, I knew it would take a few hours to decorate a transformer cake. I don't know if you know what that is, but a transformer is a toy that goes from a robot to like a vehicle or some other item, and I did the face of the transformer, so it took a little time. But as I considered this request, I thought about Anne. That's what I was thinking about, and how much we appreciated all of her time and how she helped us just because she could. And so I agreed to make the cake just because I could. And when I heard that the birthday boy liked his cake, it felt so great just to know that I had added to the joy of his special day. So how do we cultivate these holy moments? How do we bring forth a grateful heart? The first step is the awareness that all gifts and gratitudes flow from divine spirit. And it's from that realization that we move forward in our day. I like to journal. I don't know if that's something you might enjoy, but at least to think about these questions that might help you to evoke a sacred moment of gratitude. So what happened today that was good, or maybe even yesterday? I will tell you, while driving to church last week, and again this Sunday too, other than the cold temperatures, they were both beautiful days. And the sun's out, and the streets last week especially were very quiet and peaceful. The trees looked amazing with the limbs and the white snow on them, and the snow-capped mountains in the background. It was beautiful. So I think that is something that happened to me today and last Sunday that was really good, that I really appreciate. The second question is, what am I taking for granted that I can be thankful for? And I put a faucet on there only because when you think about it, when we want water, we go to our faucet, we have fresh running water, we go to our refrigerator. It's something that I do take for granted. We were studying some earth care, different videos and things like that, and there was a video on a woman talking about all of the time and energy that is spent every single day to have fresh water, fresh, clean water. So, when we think about what are some things that maybe we take for granted, that we could really take a look at it and really know how important that is to our everyday life and our health. There's so many things. So which people in my life am I grateful for? Definitely my family and my friends and my spiritual community at Unity on the Avenue. I am very grateful for all of you. I know I always have someone that will pray with me. Excuse me, sorry about that. That will pray with me, that will support me, that will lift me up. And that is really important to me. And just know, I can talk about my faith and everybody understands what I'm talking about. What is the last book I read or movie or show or social media clip? I know there's lots of cute ones there that I saw that I really appreciated, and why. So Sacred Earth, Sacred Soul is a book that we studied in our Earth Care Spirit Group. And it's a beautiful book. I was so grateful to learn about biographies of various people in history and their Celtic wisdom. And those ideas and wisdom still apply today in my life. And I love that sometimes I have the ability to watch a movie or a video that brings me joy. Actually, like the video that we played today brings me a lot of joy. What am I most looking forward to this week, month, and year, and why? I am looking forward to our new member class. I'm very excited about that. I want to get to know the people better and just be able to welcome them into the community. I know you guys are already attending, but I'm still very excited about it, especially that great book we're going to look at. And I hope that by just being together in our class, that you all will feel that sense of friendship and belonging that I feel. And what is the kindest thing someone has said or done lately? My husband Scott and I have some great conversations, and sometimes even very profound discussions. He hears a lot about what's going on at church through me. Lots of patience with me. And his sense of humor reminds me that we can have joy in every single day. But when I think about those conversations, I think about what that lady said for her intention for the new year. I feel so grateful if someone gives me the time to really hear what I'm trying to say, and does that from a place, coming from a place in their heart with divine spirit. So another practice to evoke feelings of gratitude that is very powerful is just sitting around a table with family and friends, sharing several things that each one is thankful for. These questions that I've just talked about are printed up on papers on the tables downstairs. So if during lunch you decide to talk about them, you may be feeling some of these grateful, profound kinds of feelings. Definitely sacred moments. We also have a few gratitude journals that I put on the table by the door. You're welcome to take one if you like, and if you wanted one and you don't receive one, please let me know and we'll order some more, because they are really great. I have one myself and I enjoy it every day. So what I'd like to do now is just to take a moment to practice the presence of spirit and move into a time of meditation. So I invite you to get comfortable in your chair, rest your eyes, take in a few deep breaths, and exhale slowly, relaxing more deeply with each breath. Allow your breath to find its own natural depth and rhythm. Allowing your breath to quiet the mind and still your body. Moving from your head to your heart, you feel the sacred space of the presence of divine spirit. A sense of peace washes over you. The creative process of the universe is streaming, pouring radiance into you and expanding out to fill the sanctuary with love and light. Bring into your awareness someone or something you deeply appreciate. It could be a family member, a life partner, a beloved friend, a pet, or a fond memory. As you bring those feelings of gratitude and appreciation into your awareness, just allow those feelings to arise and extend beyond your body, filling the room together and connecting in oneness. In this consciousness of connection and oneness, we rest in the silence for a moment. in absolute stillness, beyond self, can you know me as I am? I am here. Begin to become aware again of your environment, the seat beneath you, the sounds around you. Follow the rhythm of your breath. You can slowly open your eyes. A deep feeling of gratitude fills your soul for this sacred moment of connecting with Spirit. And so it is. Amen.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
So now is the time for our offertory blessing. And just to know that the donations that we make to our church can be through cash or check, or we use the little donation button on our phone. That works the best for us, but there's lots of ways to give, and just know that that is very much appreciated. We use that to pay our bills, but we also use part of that to donate to a nonprofit. And I'm not sure which one we're doing this month, but we'll find out for you next time. But it's just a way to help our community that we all get to join in. So join me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive.
Catching up with me, there's a way to see beyond life's negativity, like the jolly sprite who comes to the children's door. They can see and they adore. It's only you behind the screen. What will you let yourself see? Oh, give in to the love that's in your heart. Oh, give in to what joy allows. Oh, give in to all that heaven has for you right now. Oh, give in. Spring flower fairies, she kisses and she marries. The dew that shimmers in the sunrise, there's always more than enough. Some keep the score, breeding the lack that we abhor. It's only you who holds you back. Why does your mind see such a lack? Oh, give in to the love that's in your heart. Oh, give in to what joy allows. Oh, give in to all that heaven has for you right now. Oh, give in. Ooh. Oh, give in to the love that's in your heart. Oh, give in to what joy allows. Oh, give in to all that heaven has for you right now. Oh, give in. Change your mind from the same old line. Turn it around until you like the sound. Follow it through until it feels like you, really feels like you. Turn it around. Oh, give in to the love that's in your heart. Oh, give in to what joy allows. Oh, give in to all that heaven has for you right now. Oh, give in. Oh, give
Okay, it's time for our children's blessing. And I know we don't have children here, but my thought was there's plenty of children in the world that could use a blessing.
Yes.
Children in North Carolina, children in California, children in Ukraine, in a lot of places in the world. So let's do a blessing for all the children in the world. So get it all together here and bring in spirit. And now we offer a blessing. You are loved, special, and important. We see you and bless the divine being that you are. And now for a prayer for protection. The light of God surrounds us. I am that light. The love of God enfolds us. I am that love. The power of God protects us. I am that power. The presence of God watches over us. I am that presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
I'll give in to the love that's in your heart. I'll give in to what joy allows. I'll give in to all that heaven has for you right now. I'll give in. Oh, I'll give in to the love that's in your heart. I'll give in to what joy allows. I'll give in to all that heaven has for you right now. I'll change your mind from the same old line. Turn it around, I'll turn it around till you like the sound. Follow it through until it feels like you, really feels like you. Turn it around. Oh, give in to the love that's in your heart. Oh, give in to what joy allows. Oh, give in to all that heaven